Greetings, Commanders. This is Pagan Horde, and we're looking at 53 in the beautiful Stackpole crew misadventure. Now, what's going on? If you're wondering why we are here, the episode 51 was a live stream. You can see that video in the live tab or at the bottom of the channel at the moment. In the past live stream, what's going on now, if you would please do some YouTube stuff, is that we went down all the way to the World of Blake area in an attempt to become allies and buy from their store. But since it appears to be impossible now, we're just gonna do the Battletech thing of, well, I'll just salvage it from the corpse of your dying mechs then. So that's what we're doing. We're down into the World of Blake for at least quite a few episodes, because we do want to salvage quite a bit of thing. What I am after is mostly the Nova Electronic Warfare System, and or the improved C3s system. I want to install that on everybody. And or perhaps some Celestial with good stuff as well. So that's the plan. We're going to stick around here for a little while. So, we are now pretty much repaired and ready to roll. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to push the difficulty a little bit. For a while, let's try to go into the high difficulty to spawn more assaults. That's the plan. We're also in a salvage mode, so we're gonna keep on doing that. Here's the beautiful reputation that we've attempted to gain in the live session, but is now not very useful. That we have one wounded here. Let's drop heavy with the rifleman. Cold fire. There we go. We're going in heavy. We're dropping 17. We're keeping the difficulty high. And when we want more salvage. So that's what we're dropping with. And I'll see you guys in a moment. Alrighty then. We have a capture. Let's see what we got. This is a 16 difficulty, and I'm dropping a 17 on top of it. Looks like nice and bright. We are in a cold environment, so we're gonna be able to fire more freely. Do always enjoy that. So we know there's a support. We don't know if there's a lance or an turret or whatever else there could be. So I'm going to drop behind this hill here. I believe this semblance of a high ground on top of here with the hill should be a thing. Let's see what we got. It could be turrets, it could be nothing, it could be two lances, we'll see. It's turrets, which is, you know, better when you're facing down World of Blake Comstar. It does mean you're just not going to have 12 unit to start with. A Perseus, a Faf. We're seeing some Fafs. Okay. Okay. A Deva. There we go. We got our first Celestial. Achilles. Hunchy. Oh, MML turrets. Heavy LRM. Heavy Rack 5. Heavy Light Gauss. So those are not small. There's some Timby on the field as well. Very well. Let's see if we can make that happen.
Ready for orders.
Now first we're gonna try and take down the turrets, because they're easy kill-ish. We're gonna try and use this hill to make sure at least some of them cannot target us directly. Instead of using the high ground, I'm actually gonna go down here and use the angle here to protect us from some of the shots. At least that's the plan. If we can methodically take out these guys from left to right, while keeping this protecting us, our left flank,
I await your command.
I think that would be a good stuff.
Let's move. Need something, Chief?
My strength as a tactic player is often using the environment. I'm not that great at reading a thousand item and finding the best one possible. But I'm always good at being in the right place at the right time when I can.
Got it. Max speed, no shooting.
На связи.
Ready for orders.
According to a translation of the comment in the comment, I think that means what else is there? I think.
Awaiting orders.
Sure, battle armor, you're gonna be patient for a little while.
Sounds wise.
The fire worm, I'm not gonna use you right now as well.
Reporting.
Because VTOLs are easy target, and I don't want to throw you in front.
What can I do for you?
Surprisingly, one of the fastest one is our 90 tonner.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
So I have these two mechs here that I can freely fire. I intend to use it. The AC-20 off the board would be not too shabby either. Let's go on. Those are green numbers. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a good rifleman.
When you had the chance.
I think we do.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Very well. We're gonna keep doing that, cycling left to right. So I'm gonna expose myself as least amount as possible to those targets. Right now, what can fire on me would be this turret and this guy. What kind of Rack 5 turret are you? Twin Rack 5 risk. Yeah, so yeah. That is the priority. More than a single heavy mech, yes.
Waiting for orders.
Gonna do the same thing. Cycle this way.
Confirmed.
Go for that one. The Streaks MRM will not reach. As soon as I can improve our Orion, I will do so as well. It's not the perfect components that he has right now. So I'm not gonna unleash our bandit for now either. Gonna keep them out of the way.
What's up, boss?
The Worm. Gonna go here so that only
Acknowledged.
the Perseus has an angle on us.
Acknowledged.
I'm your spaniel.
It would be tempting to send our VTOL and our fast bandit straight ahead, but we're getting into the higher weeds of difficulty.
All in ass.
Cannot any longer take 10 evasion and take for granted that I'm not gonna take too much hits. That is no longer a possibility. Instead, we're just gonna do that. There's some very decent damage.
I'm receiving you.
Perseus is regretting his life choices right now.
Yes, Commander.
The BAs are gonna wait a little bit. At least until a wee bit of these guys will be dealt with.
Position confirmed.
Which I could do. Can I dead fire? Yes, at 73 it's worth it.
Engaging.
Not much left of your armor, going down.
Еще пара таких попаданий, и это ведро можно будет на помойку тащить.
I'm afraid I don't know the translation to that one.
Standing by.
You two, relax for now.
Copy that.
Roger that. Digging in.
I want to at least get rid of the most dangerous turrets, maybe the FAF, before sending the bandits in. It's a 4 plasma rifle variety. Okay. Did not see that one coming. Thermal exchanger. There's a C3I in that one. I did not see coming a 4 plasma rifle FAF. Gotta be honest with you, I did not have that one on my bingo card. More C3Is here. Okay.
На связи.
Okay.
Принял, выдвигаюсь.
Let's go get that poor dude.
Принял.
Yep. I think that's enough of him.
Прилёг. Кто следующий?
Pig's voice is kind of inspiring me to do a full Quebecois, French Canadian voiceover. That would be nice. Maybe Roguetech need more tabarnak.
I'm here.
Commander.
Alright, Fireworm, let's keep on being conservative. Let's put you here where only 3 can see you. Let's fire on this heavy LRM.
Locked on.
You have orders?
More patience for you, please.
Waiting on you, Commander.
I believe I can send you here.
Go in turn.
The rifleman has been surprisingly efficient. There you go. More DACA. What turret?
Target destroyed. What's up, boss?
From you, sir.
Roger that.
Get rid of that turret.
Locked on target.
Is that a Stackpole?
Destroyed.
I believe it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Stackpole continues. Even turrets will explode
yes.
with this crew.
Sprinting.
So the only one we have is you, which isn't great. So perhaps if we go to base, we can target the turret
Here
instead.
we go.
Commander?
Is it time? I believe it is. I believe it is. Start sending the bandits in.
Copy that.
Aye, aye.
We have a nice back shot at this fellow. Enjoying the size delta advantage to hit, so we're gonna be in the green. Size delta 4. Wow.
Firing all weapons. Waiting for orders.
I believe these guys would be size delta 5 to fire, right? Yeah, 5 bonus to hit.
Roger that. Target confirmed.
Makes it a bit easy.
Reporting critical hit.
I mentioned it quite a few times that I'm not a fan of size delta. So might as well use it.
Full throttle.
Show how not great it is, of
Welcome
course.
to my outfit.
I have a feeling something will be changed only when players start to exploit it. Ooh, that's a hunchback with a Gauss. Uh-huh.
Ready.
Alright, so I don't have a dark fire with you. With the STDs, maybe 40% chance is not too shabby.
Locked on target.
Wouldn't mind him falling on his ass as well. Pilot injury, bleeding out, stressed. The Orion can reach out and touch him. Yeah, the MRM streak on the Orion is not the best at all. And especially since we've lost the head component missile range. It's not very rangy anymore.
Yes, Commander. Waiting for orders.
I would absolutely love to get some turret mounts as well. Turret mounts is one of my favorite items in the game. Anything that adds accuracy to me is king. Upper recoil plus turret mounts. That's the type of stuff.
Слушаю.
They are worth their weight in gold.
Принял.
Oh! We have an eject from the FAF. Interesting.
What's
I
the
mean,
plan?
an all-energy FAF is a weird one. But I can take a look. I can definitely take a look.
Good to go.
Waiting for orders. Moving fast.
There you go. We're gonna hug the wall here, meaning these two up here won't have a target. I can start working on these fellows. I've better hit chance on you.
All weapons are go.
To start,
What can I do for you?
we've attached the beacon, so it should be easier to hit now. Ish. Yeah.
All weapons are go.
Well, Achilles got a few bars of armor shredded.
Get it on. Confirmed.
I don't have to be shy with the fire worm anymore.
Roger.
Did get hit once or twice by those light gauss, so it would be quite good to get it out of the field. Now I can rush in with these guys. These guys will potentially scout out the thing and call the reinforcement. Like that. No reinforcements coming in.
Giving them everything
The
I got.
question always become, where will these reinforcements appear? If they're behind our back or
You have orders?
other shenanigans. Be a wee bit more challenging.
Standing by.
Especially when there's 6 of them. 6 instead of 4 makes everything more dangerous. You should be stressed, buddy. You should indeed.
Back. No shooting, just running. Bon appetit.
Ah, I was hoping it was going to be enough.
Think I hit something good.
Get the turret.
Standing by.
Good to go.
Wait, Asmodeus?
Принял, выдвигаюсь.
Alright, well, we're gonna do the sacrifice with you and get rid of the turrets. 2 light gauss,
Стационарная
accurate
батарея
light gauss
уничтожена.
off the board is a good thing.
On my way. Double
This guy is almost open. The streaks will now reach.
all weapons.
The streak did not connect. Yeah,
Yes, Commander.
put something better on the burnt.
I copy. Taking the shot. Scored a critical hit.
You should be panicked, buddy.
How's it going?
You should indeed.
Understood. Moving.
What about this? Ugh. It is a Timby in the back. We gotta keep that in mind. Since we have bad hit chance, I'm not gonna go with all the DACA, so we don't have that much recoil. Next turn for a better shot.
Take that.
Now at 12, Hunchy's gonna get a chance. Lands a Gauss on the bandit. There you go. That's what I meant earlier by 10 evasion means not much at this point. Okay,
Commander.
well, we're not dead yet. Now we have an angle on the Hunchy.
Negative damage. Repeat.
Or not.
Negative damage. I'm receiving you.
You, sir, try to do better than the bandit.
Copy that, Commander.
I'll call that better.
Enemy eliminated.
Still, there's a Timby up there. Alright. Energy Timby.
Reporting minor damage. What's the plan?
Still goes a wee bit hot despite the cold. Is this a new round? No, we're at 10, so fire.
Target acquired and locked in. Come on, mech warriors.
This is new round.
It's go time.
We have a cold fire.
Pedal to the metal. This should be good. We can do this.
Rifleman has become one of our more
When I shoot you, you'll take it.
effective
and laugh.
mech. even though it's not perfectly optimized either. Use will reserve.
Good to go.
60 here, 80 here, but it's only 2 damage per hit. But we're looking for crit seeking, so go. Not quite. By 24.
Got something you want done? Roger.
Fireworm is all yours.
Fire it. Let's hit 'em hard. Hostile removed. Yes, Commander.
Doo-doo.
Let's do this.
Let's assume the position on the Timby.
Orders.
Let's see if we cannot get rid of him.
Commander?
Hilborg, can you reach the position? Yes, you can. Yoinks.
I am the wind. Acknowledge.
Already flashing orange.
Commander?
And there you go.
Reporting critical hit.
Ooh, you're not having a good time, eh there, buddy? Not much
Ready
left.
for orders.
Alright, but we just have to
Understood.
be wary of a reinforcement that would come here behind our back. That
All weapons.
could be a problem.
Enemy down.
So in the next turn, while these guys secure
Yes, Commander.
the place, we're probably gonna make sure...
Ища.
I mean, I have a feeling that they're gonna be right there, so... I'm gonna trust my instincts. They're gonna turn around.
Waiting for orders.
Make sure we're not presenting our back against them. I have a feeling.
Roger that. Going.
I've learned to
throttle.
trust these feelings.
I copy.
Roger that.
Alright, so they're still not here. One more turn of getting different position.
Принял, выдвигаюсь.
Coordinates received. On my way.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Moving out. You go capture.
Mission confirmed.
You spread out.
I'm going.
You spread out, please. Thank you.
I copy.
Come on.
Copy that. Confirm.
I've got eyes on hostile
Uh-huh.
reinforcements. They're
Where
heading
are they?
Affirmative.
They're not there. Okay. They are the other way. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. So, we have 6 of them. A stealth VTOL, because of course. A Marauder 1R. Battlemaster. Black Knight. OA. The OA, is that the Conquistador? OA typically means a Nomni. Marksman. A Firestarter. Alright, so that's not too shabby. The stealth bomber will probably be the biggest issue. That's a lot of... Yeah, that's a lot of,
I hear you.
probably very evil stuff. And I have angles on them, but it's gonna be stupidly bad hit chance. So you have not much choice but to reserve. Let them act. The 3 of them have 19 here, and 1 at 18. That's gonna be the scary part. Whenever the VTOL acts, and there he goes. Oh. Not too bad. Didn't see any big bombs. That's just a severely useless artillery.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Okay, 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 okay. Well then, I believe we may do that and see if we have options now. We do.
Uh-huh.
Probably going to be quite impossible to hit, but we do have this now.
Sensors locked on.
Hello there. How are you doing? 50% against a VTOL, I'll take it. Battlemaster doing a thing. Ah, it is a conquistador. Okay. You, sir,
Going full throttle.
have some options, including this. There we go.
Waiting on you, Commander. Going turbo.
Rifleman, no. Can you? There will be 2 less evasion for you, sir. You have the size delta to contend with our 90 ton, but for a VTOL, okay, it's an ER LRM. And it's an anti-air rockets, okay.
Yes, Commander.
Gotta keep the fire worm away then. Fire worm is the one in danger with those anti-air missile.
See how you like this.
A gyro destroyed for the Battlemaster?
Swimmingly.
I do love to see that.
Orders?
You, sir, is going to be probably out of reach to follow up on that. Except for the mag shot. But you can do this. Nicely done.
Receiving you.
Catapult.
Confirm.
What's your options? Battlemaster probably be the best one. Yeah. I'd like to fire in his back if possible, not make him fall. Conquistador is also a good choice.
What do you need?
Burnt. Gonna move at the edge of the artillery. We're gonna do the same thing.
Engage. Let's hit him hard.
Да. Педаль в пол, принято.
My best hit chance, that's you. Going for the best hit chance here, I'm not being fancy.
Парни, парни, давайте еще немного, мы сможем.
That's a PPC destroyed.
Yes, Commander.
Now this bandit will come in closer.
We'll go. I'm here.
Enjoy, buddy.
Target for an alpha strike.
Not quite enough. So the last one at 14 is the basic 1R. Can still land a hit or two.
Ready for orders.
You, sir.
Consider me there.
30 to that, 40 to that. Lots of better hit chance here. I'm less worried about the VTOL now that doesn't have any big ground bombs. Gotta keep our own VTOL away from his anti-air stuff.
Score. Critical hit.
And that's another eject.
Yes,
Another
Commander.
potential good stuff. Can you reach out and touch him? Indeed you can. Ooh-wee.
Scored a critical.
The fall might kill him. Not quite. Another eject. We might get some very nice salvage. So as promised, we're gonna take our fireworm away from his own VTOL. I want to get hit by these anti-air rockets.
Full speed.
They're quite deadly.
No retreat. Waiting for orders.
Now, I'm gonna completely ignore the sniper artillery. It doesn't do enough damage to really care. So I'm just gonna try and kill that thing before it fires.
Hell yes. LRMs are out.
Reporting.
That's not good enough. Make you reserve.
Holden for tactical advantage.
So, the stealth vehicle is still alive, but it's not a huge deal. As long as it doesn't fire its anti-air. Scratches.
Reporting. Major armor loss.
Firestarter is gonna do his best. Sniper fired.
Good to go.
Matter. So, go say hi to these people. I could run after. Yeah, I could run after them, Firestarter.
Acknowledge. Waiting
You,
for
sir. And now, finish the job, hopefully. Maybe. To be determined.
Scored a critical hit.
Another C3I. Even the Firestarter has goddamn C3I.
What can I do for you?
Really? Okay. Well then.
You betcha.
You, sir, is now in my crosshair. Gotta change the firing order for you. Got your narc always at the front.
Good. Want some more, huh?
They will be done.
Now with you, I think it's time to go all the way down there. Start scratching the 1R.
Awaiting orders.
Bandit Prime. There you go.
Giving them everything I've got. Commander?
There you go. Oh, fight on the marksman
Show
instead.
'em what you got.
Oops. Oh well. The 1R is gonna get a turn then. Turned around and gave his back to the other folks, which
Слушай,
gives me an interesting opportunity
принял, выдвигаюсь.
right here. Gonna say enjoy.
Принял, работаю. Парни, давайте еще немного, мы сможем.
Turning your back onto the others was not your best move.
I hear ya.
Rifleman, may you attempt to get rid of this fellow? It would be great.
Commencing Alpha strike.
Thank you.
Let's get fired up. There's work to do.
And at least it's not the mother of all bomb one.
Awaiting
That
orders.
changes things. I don't think you'll be able to act this turn.
Commander.
You, sir, definitely will, though.
I copy.
Alrighty then. For one moment there, I was afraid the bandit was behind turret. Very well.
Mission successful.
So that worked out. We got a 12 unit and 4 turrets down. Should be some good salvage. I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, so a little million for that one, but that's not why we're here. 4 kills for the Battle Crow, that's amazing. We did get a few eject on that one, including a Conquistador, a FAF. FAF is a full 26, which is 27. So it's almost impossible to get that one. Still curious about what you are. Indeed are a full energy FAF. Well, with a -1 recall is kind of wasted on your energy stuff. I'm actually not interested at all in this one. Not at all. So go ahead and disassemble. Firestarter, Hunchback, Marauder. The longbow is available. Equal stealth survived. Warfare suit. Anti-air rocket. Actually very tempting, the longbow. Only have one salvage? Oh no, it's one by yeah, it would be everything. C3I. Is it worth it to ballistic improve? That's the one we were looking for the Nova. We went with the battle computer route instead. Choices now. Well, let's disassemble the rest. Battlemaster doesn't have good affinity. Lots of plasma, which is an option. Got the extreme range BC. I think I'm gonna. That's hard. Because we do have 2 functional VTOL already. Even though this is a good VTOL, especially with the stealth. Really need it. Not a priority. Extreme range is a priority. I need that battle computer and on every battle computer build. Gunnery. That's the choice. Go away, go away, go away, go away. You're small. Cool and flush. Alright, so the choices that we made are the one that we keep. And that's fine, we have plenty of loot ahead. We're gonna stay in this area for now. The ultimate goal is to give a C3I or a Nova on everything. And that's the plan. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, so we had 16 days of repair. I have a new coffee. Let's see what's going on. I believe only the burnt took any real hit on that one. There we go. I think we can go right away into another mission with without the Orion. We still have a bit of work to do on you. Let's see. Musculent Assault. Overlords, yeah. Overlords. The Overlord mission is not great. Fun. An Operation Huge Taiga. That is a 4 salvage. I'm looking for salvage right now. And this, the other best salvage would be this. And I say no. No, thank you. Could be a base. But let's do an escort. Let's do an escort. Again, full salvage. That truly is our plan. Wait, am I making a mistake? Is this for the World of Blake? I'm being an idiot, am I not? I am. Never mind. Construction of a base it is. You didn't see that. Never happened. What mission? We're gonna keep mostly the same crew if possible. We're just gonna replace Burnt with our little Timby. That will be nice. Perfect. So we're still dropping 17. This counts as the same weight or the same lance rating. And I'll see you guys in a moment. Broken chain! Let's destroy a base. It's been a while since we've destroyed a base. Should be fairly similar in terms of structure. You're gonna have turrets. And what's not? Probably a support lance. So we could be facing 12 units, 4 turrets, then another 6 units. But Icon has the high ground, right? Icon has the high ground. I will be fine. Let's go right here. Right, sure. Sure.
Reporting.
What do we see? Don't see a support lance yet, which is kind of weird. Thunderbolt, Gallant, Urban Lord, Heavy Gauss. I would love a Heavy Gauss. One thing that I've been missing for these guys are some heavy weapons.
Commander.
Triceratops is gonna wait.
Yes, Commander. Confirmed. Holding and cooling.
Right, so our fire worm is gonna stay behind the hill for now.
Waiting on you, Commander. Double time.
Rook gonna go right here.
Yes, Commander. Copy that.
On my way.
Hmm.
Double time.
I think we're in an advantageous position if we can keep that hill and just rain fire down there.
Let's move.
I think this is good.
Педаль в пол, принято.
Big agrees.
Pedal to the metal.
There's gonna be a bit of shuffling and getting into position. They don't have a lot of indirect capability, I think. Win rack risk is something to worry about as well.
Aye, aye.
I wouldn't mind a rack risk as well. A rack 5 risk with a turret mount and the nano fluid dampener. It's a monster that can fire every turn. Who's a heavy house?
Standing by.
Alright, now let's be patient.
How might I help?
Waiting for orders.
I'm gonna wait and see if they come closer into our crosshair before making the move up the mountain. I don't think they can. I think they need to go up this hill and up this road to actually reach us, but nonetheless,
Reserving action.
there's no point in moving for them. Go shy. Okay. More energy shenanigans.
Tactical advantage.
Roger that.
Gotta keep very wary of that heavy Gauss. Make sure it doesn't fire on us. The light ray. Not familiar with that. Don't see anything very dangerous so far, but I'm not gonna take any chances.
What's up, boss?
Alright, sir. Don't have an angle. Gonna be another round of
I hear ya.
getting into position. That's fine.
Sprinting.
That is fine. I could do some indirect against the turret. I should have, really. Bandits are the bandit gonna have trouble getting up there?
I await your command. I'm your spaniel.
Maybe. Should be able to hit
Welcome, my outfit.
something that's not moving, in theory.
I hear ya. Going turbo.
It is a disadvantage of those bandits.
Standing
The
by.
hovercraft don't like bad terrain, like, at all. Might have to careful maneuver my way up that hill.
Baby can do.
Even if there's a beautiful road here, doesn't mean that it actually works in real time.
Hunkering down.
Да. Педаль в пол, принято.
24, I'm not gonna take it.
Waiting for orders.
Fireworm, you could, but I don't want to expose you to everyone. Same thing, you're gonna stay behind.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah. To disconnect some time on the actual terrain and what you can do, you should, in theory, be able to follow this road, right? Doesn't always work.
Confirmed. Holding.
What can I do for you?
Alright, Mad Dog can peek out. And we're gonna get rid right away of the heavy Gauss.
Waiting for orders.
Setting ourselves in a position that the enemy can actually see us. But we can see the Gauss. There we go.
One less turret.
One big potential problem
For you.
out. Alright, so from that angle, I know there's a lot of red line, but in practice, there's only the Rack 5 that can hit me.
Got it. Max speed, no shooting.
Let's work on that next.
Affirmative.
Quite an extreme range. I'm fairly sure I'm outside the range of the weapon, but I'm still gonna be careful.
You want fast? I can give you fast.
LBX2 is gonna
Target
reach.
Confirmed.
Or not.
Damn it.
Waiting for orders.
Use, yeah, that's only the buildings. Do we poke out and fire on one of these? No, we don't. Let's be smart about it. Let's keep our positioning right.
Acknowledge.
Enemy structure is weakening.
Let's make sure we don't get fired back on. Fairly certain that I'm out of the Rack 5 range. The Risk Rack 5 have less of a range than
I have it.
LRMs. They're at 360,
You have orders?
I think, optimal.
Yes.
The Rack 5 clans are the one with the best range.
Stabilizing and bracing.
Standing by.
Ah, seems to work from here.
Good to go.
Fireworm, you could fire on a couple of things. I don't want to risk you this early on.
Roger. Full speed.
Maybe I'm being overly cautious, and maybe I could just get rid of them
Need
quickly.
something?
Can't fault me for being cautious. Sir! Heavy Plasma, how are you doing? That's the edge of my range as well. Even the LRM are not reaching.
Feel the love.
I'm fairly sure I'm out of the plasma range as well.
Да. Педаль в пол, принято.
That's only a buildings. We can work on buildings a little bit. I have to destroy them at one point. 30% on the plasma is not too shabby either.
I'm on it.
It's best to target buildings with the least amount of HP, so you don't waste too much ammo.
I'm receiving you.
Oh, something could reach.
What's up, boss? What's the plan?
This is the part of the game where the bandit starts to be not as useful, because there's a lot of battles will be fought like this at long range, with
Uh-huh.
positioning being the thing more than fast and brutal.
Time to die.
There you go. No more rack 5. Next is the plasma turret. If I can reach them. I cannot with you.
Pedal to the metal. Special delivery.
Almost.
How's it going? On the move. Copy that.
I'm here.
I don't think the battle armor will be useful right now. What can I get with you?
Affirmative.
Can completely overkill this.
Locking up.
Good shot, Commander.
That's one.
Enemy structure down.
What's up, boss?
You, sir. There you go. Target the turret, please.
Target locked. It's go time.
Last one, but not least, is a Calliope.
Standing by.
Distance problem, okay.
Rolling.
You can fire in the back of the Urban Lord for the fun of it. There you go. Just remind him we're here.
Awaiting orders.
Maybe start harassing this guy.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Orders.
Braver, can you get an angle on the turret? You can indeed. This doesn't really matter. Yeah, do. That the one the people wanted me to salvage, right? With light mortar. Yeah, that's the one. That's the 6-unit battle armor with turret mount. That's the one. Intriguing.
Target confirmed.
Battle armor are hard to salvage though,
Hey there.
because you have to kill them to their last man to be able to get it. So often not much
Run,
left.
don't shoot.
Ah, come on.
Take that.
Да. Педаль в пол, принято.
Alright. That is the turret.
Стационарная батарея уничтожена.
There you go. They're starting to peek out. Starting to make their attacks. So we're gonna have an angle for them next turn. That's what we want. I want them to come to us. Then we can simply okay. Then we can simply target them one at a time.
Commander?
Whomever thought the airstrikes were fun should be condemned to play 48 hours in a row with 10 airstrike per mission.
Yes, Commander.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Alright, sure. Options, options, options. Do we go for it and start being aggressive? Yes and no. If I go here, for example, all of them will be able to target me. That's a wee bit too much. Now we have the airstrike to contend with. Cannot go take shots from here, which is what I would have wanted to do. So we're gonna have to fuck around some more. That's it. Fucking around for the airstrike. How quaint.
Copy
I think
that.
you can go peek at Mr. Light Ray.
Commander.
You, sir,
Let's move.
get out of the worst of it. And say hello to Mr. Light Ray as well.
Ready to get it on.
I think that's gonna be the team.
I'm already there.
Nice hit chances here. Don't mind if I do.
I live to serve. way.
Hi there.
Orders?
There we go. Have a bit of everything. So not the best hit chances. We're a bit far away.
Commander.
But we're going for target of opportunity while not exposing ourselves too much. Taking out a few buildings along the way.
What's the plan?
Can you reach out and touch him? Indeed you can.
Target confirmed.
This is my nice CS battle armor, by the way. ER pulse and heavy rifle.
На связи. Слушаю. Педаль в пол, принято.
I believe that'll be it for you. Straight in the crit seek. Indeed. First victim.
Один прилег. Кто
In terms of
следующий?
mech.
Waiting for orders.
In terms of mech.
Confirmed.
I hear ya. Got it. Max speed, no shooting.
Oh, I can reach all the way to the heavy Calliope here. Don't mind if I do, even if it's only the AC2s.
Leaving you.
I can go say hi to him with very reasonable hit chances.
Target.
That's a heavy PPC and a leg down.
Good to go. Consider me there.
Can I reach you? Yes, indeed. Enjoy.
Got it.
So there's 3 at 11. I don't think that we're gonna be able to fire or do much. This one we've got an angle. Okay.
I'm taking heavy hits.
Not
Commander.
too bad.
Еще пара таких попаданий, и это ведро можно будет на помойку тащить.
Fig agrees. I think. I'm pretty sure we're clear out of it.
Guys, those aren't our planes.
The airstrike conundrum have gotten a bit worse since the pilot that the player gonna have to do airstrike are now extremely rare.
Standing by.
But the AI is able to do 1 to 3 every mission.
How might I help?
Do we take those shots or do we wait for a better position? We're gonna wait. I think it's time to rush the target now. I think they've
Waiting on
been.
you, Commander.
I think we've poked them a bit enough. I think we can go for the kills now. Didn't even put that on. Enjoy, buddy. Now in green numbers.
When I shoot you, you'll take it.
What can I do for you?
Mad dog. Yeah, let's go in for kills now.
Going turbo.
Time to take the gloves off. Hi there.
Take this.
How you doing? Beacon got a hit. You sir got a green line. Take it, take it.
Got the angle. Taking the shot.
We're going for it now.
Critical hit, Commander. Good to go. I copy. Give us everything.
Nice.
Hostile.
There's 4 mech left and only 1 turret.
Waiting for orders.
Been steadily grinding them down. I believe can afford to go down here with
Calling
the
out.
bandit. Something like this.
Confirmed. Ready for orders.
Triceratops. Why don't you take that shot?
Ready for orders.
Gonna smooch around with you like this. Gallant, we opened your back, so let's go for something else.
Aye, aye.
Urban Lord, it's all yours.
You have orders?
You don't have an angle.
Yes, Commander.
You, however, clearly has an angle, so go for the Irby.
Roger that. Target.
Boink. I have a glazer. What's a glazer?
Go.
What's in the
Full
box?
throttle.
What's in the box? Find out.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Hey, panic, even better. Ooh,
Damn it.
that's a head hit. Oh yeah. Okay. That's... Ow.
Hey there. On my way.
Well, you made your point there. You are slightly dangerous. So you will win the award of Dead Fire Ammo.
All right, let's do this. Oh, it's on now.
Did you like your prize?
That one's gonna leave a mark.
Chandus are just effing around.
На связи. Педаль в пол, принято.
Can we fire this? Yes.
Парни, парни, давайте еще немного, мы сможем.
That will do nicely. Yeah, we got hit in the head by the light Gauss. Thankfully, it was a light Gauss, because a full Gauss would have... That would be a head clipper. Guy is doing his best.
Light damage. Holding firm.
There's still that thing going on.
Watch the skies. That's it. Let's do this.
So, what would be next? Next? The heavy Calliope is actually more dangerous than the mech on the floor. Why don't we get rid of that?
Done, team. Turret destroyed.
No more turrets.
Taking orders.
You, sir, will wait. Probably gonna send my own armor against the Shandu.
Receiving you.
Probably gonna be the best way to get rid of it. The mechs can wrap up the two that are alive here.
How's it going?
We're gonna go armor on armor action.
Warning. Enemy reinforcements detected.
Alright, we've triggered the reinforcements. Don't know where they are for now.
Giving them everything I've got.
What's this? Well, there's a mortar carrier behind my back, and there's more here. So they're in our face. They are literally on top of us. Oh, King Crab and a long Tom. Yep, okay, that happened. These guys, they of course have spawn protection, so there's not a schnittle bits I can do. Oh, fun. So, magical reinforcements ahoy. But we're gonna keep working on this. And we're gonna Stackpole.
Enemy down.
Слушаю.
Very well. Not much I can do. I wish I could hit them. But I cannot, so... Let's just focus on the building. They're gonna do what they're gonna do.
Roger that. What can I do for you?
Let's just get this thing down.
Write it down, Commander.
Alright. The rest of us... Do they have an initiative this turn? No, they were all at 27 and finished. They're still gonna have their
Receiving you.
spawn protection until next turn. All right. Well, I'm gonna focus on what I can do.
Roger that. Waiting for orders.
Waiting for orders.
What I can do is to work on the rest of the buildings. Go for the small one. They have less HP.
Full delivery.
So that's 3 out of 5 buildings.
Payday.
Receiving you.
Fireworm. A 50% chance.
On your tail.
Commander.
You. I hesitate to fire on any of them. It just means they're gonna attack us first.
Copy that, Commander.
Standing by. Let's move.
Large, medium, medium. Go with the one with the least amount of HP. Mediums typically have less HP than a large. Typically.
Yes, Commander.
That is no guarantee though.
Target acquired and locked in.
Alright. Starting to grind through that.
Commander.
They're blocking the road for you, so yeah.
Confirm.
Bit more limited here. An Eidolion. A nice name. Alright, so you are still up and around.
Not much armor left at that location.
We got him. What's an Eidolion? One with only 2 energy. Okay.
Good to go. Fire on target. Airstrike. Let's go.
Sue. Sue. This is the point where we're gonna reserve. And now lube up and wait to see what they will do. Alright, so that's the Shendu, the Shedu.
So far, so good.
Not a big deal. What I'm worried about is the reinforcements. So, there's 2 of them at 17. One of which is the Eidolion. Would be really bad if it's a melee specialist and just go on a rampage.
Enemy flanking.
No, it's a nub nose. Okay. Right, what's the other 17? It is the Hekaton Cheres. Go straight for an engine crit on my catapult.
Critical hit. Bad one, I think.
Oof. Silver bullet Gauss. And rockets. You're a nasty little bugger. Alright, but speaking of nasty little bugger.
Педаль в пол, принято.
Hi there. How are you
Парни,
doing?
давайте еще немного, мы сможем.
It's a double-edged sword to land near us. Well. Guardian ACM destroyed, Heat Sink double destroyed.
That was really bad. Ready for orders.
It's just that the computer has a lot less to lose than the player. By default.
Rear armor in.
No retreat.
Alright, so that's the silver bullet Gauss.
Receiving you.
Catapult. Pull back. Take a revenge on one of these 2. Go dead fire on you.
Give them everything you got.
That's that.
That's a kill. I'm out of LRM.
Asmodeus, you're gonna pull back. I don't want to get you destroyed. You've already lost a precious Guardian ECM, so pull back. All good.
Orders.
Braver, you're all right. I mean, unless you get hit in the head again.
Affirmative.
Ooh, we're gonna go full DACA on you.
Hell yeah. Scored a critical hit.
I hear ya.
War Dog, why don't you introduce yourself as well? You got a 99 here.
All weapons are go. Come on, next
Engine
order.
crit,
It's
heat sink
go
destroyed.
time. Yeah, critical hit.
Reporting heavy damage.
Nicely opened up.
Reporting.
Rock Golem, you keep working on that.
Ow.
That's a critical hit.
Commander.
Triceratops, you have an angle for these guys as well. You do, but you're gonna wait until you have a better angle. Is it initiative 12, I believe? Yeah, this guy is still a player, but he's not too dangerous.
I hear ya.
The rifleman,
You
an attempt to
betcha.
finish poor dude.
Our go. Come on, neck warriors.
That tracks.
Go time.
That's a very Stackpole moment.
Damage.
That, yep, that tracks.
Heat. Getting pretty high.
So, the King Crab did not do anything. I'll take it. The Long Tom will most likely try and do a Long Tom. That is not a big deal, honestly. Direct fire could hurt.
Moving to position.
I'm not too worried about it.
The Cobra strikes.
We'll see what it does. The mortar carrier could do a wee bit of damage as well. So, the Long Tom, just Long Tom, that's fine. We don't give a flying fuck. Mortar did a mortar. Which is fine damage, but not enough.
Yes, Commander.
Not enough. So we're gonna keep on harassing
Firm.
the do.
Firing all weapons.
Awaiting orders.
Let's get into position
On my way.
behind King Crab.
Come on, people. Let's make it happen.
Orders.
Triceratops. That could be it for these guys.
On it.
Indeed.
Target neutralized. Damn, let's do this.
Mad Dog, what do you got? What do you got? You have a face full of King Crab's ass.
We can do
That'll
it.
be it for that.
Go. Did you see that? Did you see?
Orders.
Timber, you're gonna keep backing up. I don't want you to get damage.
On my way.
Got a perfect target in front of you.
I copy.
Marvelous.
Do this. Hostile eliminated.
Granted, the reinforcement appearing in my face is a wee bit my fault. It probably should have landed somewhere else.
No problem. On my way.
But that high point was too tempting.
Everything you've got.
Слушаю.
Alright, now because this guy hasn't moved an inch to fire his long thumb, we have a perfect target.
Моя тема.
No
Парни,
problem.
парни, давайте еще немного, мы сможем. Один прилег. Кто следующий?
Long thumb carriers are not much of an issue these days. They don't really matter. Let's be honest.
What can I do for you?
Okay, so you got stackpulled. You're feeling hot. But we are in a polar environment and you can still fire.
Be good.
Kill confirmed, Commander.
And that was it. Alright guys, I'm gonna destroy the last few buildings on my own, so you don't have to wait for that. And I'll see you guys at the salvage screen. Alrighty then, World of Plague. Less than 1 million, but that will be enough for repairs. That Guardian CM is a bit of an annoyance, not gonna lie. You did get an engine crit through armor internal. It was not that easy, honestly. The reinforcements magical appearance was a lot. But we got it done. We got it done. Our mechs were more efficient than the bandit. It doesn't happen often, but it did on that one. As we transition to heavier stuff and long range, that's where the some of it that we're going to be left behind. So we have 3 pieces of the Shedu, which is what I've been recommended to get in terms of armor. Big bad range tracking, long range and extreme range accuracy. That's all pretty good. That's what I've been recommended to get, so that's what we're gonna use. Rotary 5 Risk is one of those that I've wanted for a while, as well as more C3I, of course. Another ballistic improve. Let's disassemble all. So there's no mech that I'm interested right now. Get that ghost cannon. Which is 100 damage. But for 18 ton. That grazer large. Standard, ER, and pulse firing mold. Most likely to true armor critical than normal pulse laser. Huh. Damage 50. Is there some acid mortar ammo? No. We're checking. Lots of good stuff in here, though. Now, my gut feeling says rack 5 risk. I'm gonna take the ammo before the gun. That might sound weird, but the double ones are a bit hard to come by. Double bins. So we're gonna go for that. Dalion, mortar carrier, I'm not interested. We're gonna keep the Shedu. Get the ghost cannon 20, but it's too heavy. 18 ton to 6 more tons than a normal Gauss for a bit more damage. Nah. Radical heatsink kit, I'm gonna keep it. Long Tom, we don't care. Alright, so that's the choice. You got some Shedu, which are hard to acquire. The thing with these guys is that it's 6 battle armor instead of 5 or 4. There's 1 more opportunities to put weapons on them. The other thing is that they have a turret mount, like a quad, really. So they're even more accurate. So we're gonna see. We're gonna definitely see. We're picking that, and I'll see you guys in a moment. All right, sure. 26 days. 125, that is not too shabby. We did lose a Guardian ECM. I hope I have something to replace it, but I'm not sure. Medical research. I don't care. So, I think that'll be it for this one, guys. We'll get most of the repair done and be ready for the next one. Maybe try to squeeze 1 more mission before the financial report. Now, let me know what you think in the comments about our current having fun with the Word of Blake. I think we're getting some steady good supplies, steady good salvage, so we're gonna stay here for at least a little while. I mean, there's not much action in terms of flare-up or other shenanigans in this area. I mean, at one point we're gonna be interested in doing something like this. I know we're not ready for Yuri. We're definitely not ready for Yuri or for the air attack. That's for sure. But we're gonna keep salvaging. We're gonna keep see what we can find. And I hope I will see you in the next one. So please do some YouTube stuff. Thank you for watching until the end. You are the real MVP. And I will see you next time. Thank you.